Hi, welcome to another session of Wing Chun Jum. Staying at home for so long now that I feel like I should do another video, get ourselves off our ass and get some exercise. We're gonna concentrate this session on Jum Sao. So it's going to be a little bit of a review. I might have done this in the past, but this is a little bit more in depth, and we're gonna try to find things to jump in and around the house, just like the previous episodes of Door Dummy. We're gonna do something with the jump this time, but before I go into it, I'm gonna have to explain to everybody. It's going to be a little bit of a repeat, so if you know, you can just follow along. If you don't know the intricacies of the Jum Sao, then maybe you're going to learn something new. So the Jum Sao, it's starting off in a stance of Wing Chun stance, and you put your hand straight down the middle like this. Okay, so that's we have the Jum Sao, and what the Jum Sao is for, obviously, is to block a lower coming punches. So first of all, you would start with both your arms under your armpits as much as possible. Reason for that is that we want to practice elbowing somebody if they were to come from behind and grab you. And that's one of the reasons why when we practice, we do this a lot. We try to push our fist as back as possible, therefore allowing our muscles to stretch in the back so that we can successfully elbow somebody if they try to grab you and take hold of you from behind. So that's the reason why we practice this kind of stance with our fists so much in the armpits. Unlike other martial arts, we put our fist here at the waist level. We put it here it's just an exercise for stretching, really. So okay, we start off here like this, and when we jump, slow motion, you would open up the hand first. So this hand from the fist, it would open up, and you would relax the wrist. Relax the muscles in the wrist, and as you try to come out, you follow the center line as much as possible, almost like as if it's a tan. So you come out and you relax the wrist, you open the wrist, you open the hand, you come out, and as you come out, now they don't kind of teach you this in the school. When you come out, it's this twisting motion. This very important, and I would say it's one of the most important, is this twisting motions of your wrist. And that makes a huge difference when you do this twisting motion. And if you don't do this twisting motion, it's not really a jump. Okay, because a lot of people, they think a Jum Sao is they stiffen up both their hand like a karate hand, and then they just go like this. They think that they go like this, and then they stiffen up the hand here, and they just go like this, and they think that's a jump. But that's a terrible jump. Okay, that's what beginners will do. But once you advance, you realize that it's not this stiff hand thing. Because you see people doing this, and they think it's you stiffen the hand. But that's the furthest from the truth. These stiff hands are really bad, and I see a lot of beginners doing that. So please, the hands needs to be relaxed. So it goes from here, it goes from a fist to open up the hand to become a relaxed hand. And then when it comes out, it kind of flicks and twists your wrist. And it's this action here that you do, this twisting action of this. And when do you do this? It's when you're making contact with the other arm. So your opponent's arms comes in, and your arm comes out, and as you're making the contact, that's when you stiffen up by doing this. This relax is going from a relaxed state to a tense state and a forward push, concentrating most of your energy over here near the bottom of your forearm to your elbow. At the same time, making sure that your elbow is guarding your center. Okay, not your elbow, not here. So a lot of beginners, you will see them do this, which is totally not good because the elbow has to come in. See, that's a huge difference. So if you're doing this, it's wrong. Your elbow's got to be as close to your center line as possible, so that you go like this, you relax the hand, and you come in like that. All in your mind, concentrating that your energy is here as it goes like that. So when it touches somebody, that's when you twist. As you make contact, you twist. And that is how you do a proper Jum Sao. Every Jum Sao always starts in your mind that you're not going to do a Jum Sao. Okay, because the best defense is your offense. So you are here to punch. So you got to keep in mind, just like a Bong Sao, just like a Jum Sao, these defensive move is not in your train of thought when you're actually doing the application in a sparring situation or a fighting situation. You are here to punch. So you are here to do really a low punch. So your hands usually is somewhere along this line. Okay, so we're talking about a low punch or low attack. So you're here to have a somewhat of a relaxed hand in this center line here, and your idea is to punch. So you're here, and you're here to punch. So you go from a relaxed hand. Once again, this is very, very important. This relaxed hand, if you don't have any kind of contact. And once you make a contact, then you make it into a stiff, powerful punch. So your idea is that you're here and you're here to punch. So you go from a very, very relaxed hand to thrusting your arm forward using your elbow, and concentrating your power is like pushing this punch forward with your elbow, which is kind of backed up by your stance. So you're here and you're going there to punch. But what happens is when you're doing this action, as you're punching, you encounter another punch that's coming towards you at the lower end, lower than your hand. And it just so happens that you're not trying to look for this. You're trying to just punch. But just so happens that there's a hand coming. And then because your hands relax and you're doing this, and you've encountered this other obstacle, which is them trying to punch you at the same time, that is when your Jum Sao comes out, which is not something that you do with your mind consciously. It's something that comes out automatically, which I will be stressing on practically every single move in a lot of my videos, a lot of my moves. And that's, the very, very important, because if you're thinking of defense and how to jump somebody when they punch you, then you've screwed already. You've already lost that fight. So I'm here to punch. But so all of a sudden, oh shit, before I got to this punch, this here is another punch coming. So as soon as I feel this, that's when I do my jump. Okay? So if you do it correctly, that's what happens. There's a lot of power when you make the contact and then you twist like this forward. There's a lot of power in this action that comes out. So as soon as I make the contact, that's when I twist and do that with this power. You would be surprised how much power you will get out of this twisting motion. This is extremely powerful. If you can do it right, even if you're a skinny guy, you could easily, doing this, when you touch and you stiffen up, this will stop punches from coming into your body, even if the guy was twice your size. And when your jump sau is successful at jumping somebody, you don't have to really stop there, because now you got the upper hand because you successfully blocked somebody's punch here. So after the jump, this allows you to go on and into a palm thrust, kind of into the stomach all at the same time. When you jump, and if that was successful, the jump goes into a palm thrust attacking your enemy. So don't just think of it as a jump and then nothing else. Since you got the jump already and you've got the top of the upper hand, you're there to attack your enemy afterwards at the same time in one shot. So at the end of the day, you're always thinking of attacking your enemy. So once you gotten used to that, now this is how am I going to practice with nobody? I have a dummy. I can do my jump sau on my dummy all day long. But most of you may not have a dummy. So you got to think of something, right? So here's what you do. So here we are. We got a ping pong table. It could be any kind of table you can find. It's not at the right height, but it's okay. I can just lean down a little bit and just go like this. And then when you go like this, you just start jumping the table. Make sure that you do this, and make sure that when you do this, the power is here. And you can do a little bit of that. Another way to find another furniture to jump is maybe your office chair, or in this case, my gaming chair. And this height is just perfect. So you go here. From a relaxed hand, as soon as you make contact, you do your jump. You can, make sure that maybe if you want the chair not to move, or you can make the chair move. I can go from a low ball to a jump. Or you can just go directly into a jump. it's not bad when the chair moves around. Because, helps with your footwork. And that's an excellent tool that I think everybody would have in around the house. Here is my dining room chair. And this is flat, perfect. The key is that because we don't have a partner, and because if you've already graduated to the forms like Siu Lim Tao and Cham Kyu, you need to just find any kind of object that is at around that same height for your arm to feel some kind of contact. Without the contact, you don't have the feeling. If you don't have the feeling, you're not going to really know what to do. So there is just so much you can do with the forms in just in the air. But you really lack that tactile touch of an opponent. Since with COVID-19 we're staying home, the only way you can get this without a human being and without the dummy is chairs, tables, and shelves, which is better than nothing. So look around your house, find yourself a table and a chair, and have fun and keep practicing. And enjoy your stay at home. Get some exercise. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.